What up? It's Wall Street. And today I want to talk about a player that is very important to the future of my favorite team, the Washington Wizards. I want to talk about Alexandre Sarr, aka Alex Sarr, who was the second overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft, and he has claimed the number one spot on the NBA's rookie ladder, written by Steve Ashburner on NBA.com. And that's a big deal because that's usually pretty indicative of how the Rookie of the Year race is going to go. So the latest ranking that came out on January the 9th was Alex Sarr at number 1, who moved up from the number 2 spot. Number 2 was Yves Missi, who dropped down from the number 1 spot to number 2. Then we have Jalen Wells of the Memphis Grizzlies. We have Zach Edey at number 4 and Stephon Castle at number 5. And then the next 5 involve Zachary Rissache, Tristan Da Silva, Bub Carrington, also a Washington Wizard. Number 9 is Ryan Dunn of the Phoenix Suns, and then 10 is Dolan Connect of the Lakers. So there's a very close, margin in between each of these players. Honestly, that's kind of how I feel about it. And I think a lot of them are going to turn out to be very talented and successful NBA players. But with Alex Sarr, I do have a very strong feeling that he's going to turn into an NBA All-Star because of just how much versatility he's shown and how quickly he's improved throughout the season. So Alex Sarr has appeared in 32 games this season, started all 32 of them. He's playing about 27 minutes a night, and he's averaging 11.7 points per game, 6.7 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists per game, 1.6 blocks per game, 0.6 steals, and 1.6 turnovers. He's shooting about 65% from the free throw line, 31% from 3 on 4.5 attempts per game, and 40.3% from the field overall, taking right around 11 shots a game. So I just, because I watch a lot of these Wizards games, I try to be as dedicated of a fan as possible. It's something that I really look forward to, throughout the whole offseason, is seeing my team come back and being able to watch them, every other night on League Pass. It's exciting, even when it's a team that's not really doing so well. We're the worst team in the league right now, standing at 6-30. So I think our win percentage is like 17%. It's awful. It's just awful. It's been a terrible season. But what that record doesn't show is the level of improvement that I've seen in Alex Sarr throughout the entire season. So when the season first started, he was shooting terribly. I think was shooting below 35% from the field overall and was shooting like 20% from 3. But what really, impressed me and something I admired about how Alex was going through the season was just he didn't stop. He kept taking shots. He kept coming out and playing, the way he was playing. And the one thing I think that I critiqued him on before that I've also seen improvement in is how well he has, increased his energy level, right? Like in the beginning of the season, he wasn't really like crashing the boards, wasn't really defending as hard as I thought he could have, and was settling for shots outside the paint. And I think now he's, driving to the basket more. He's still taking a decent amount of outside shots, but I think that's just going to be a part of his game. So I'm not mad at him getting the reps up. But he's shown a lot of improvement, and I think it's taken him a little bit to kind of figure out how the NBA works, how he's going to succeed there. But he's clearly very mentally strong. He went through that rough game in the Summer League where I think he went like 0 for 15. He had a game the other night. I think he went like 1 for 11. So that's the life of an NBA player, right? And when you're the number 2 overall pick, I don't know why people are scrutinizing him more than the number 1 overall pick. Probably because Alex Sarr was going to be the number 1 overall pick, but he told the Hawks they did not want to go there. I think he refused to work out for the Hawks because he wanted to kind of get to Washington, which I'm very happy about. I think he is a better player than Zachary Rissache, and I think he's going to be better overall from a career standpoint when it's all said and done. So I do think he's going to be a future All-Star. I see like his ceiling. I think he can have a lot of similarities to Jaren Jackson Jr. I think he can have some similarities to Giannis. I think he's going to be a better shooter overall than Giannis. But the ball handling is there, and the playmaking is there. He doesn't get a ton of assists, but some of the passes that he makes are really good, like just really good reads for a rookie to be making. And and he's 7'1". He's able to basically clear the ball, get it all the way up the court, and then make a good pass. And it just doesn't always translate to a bucket because the Wizards are just not that good. But he's making the right pass. So as soon as he gets his guys kind of playing a little bit better and they're making more shots, he's easily going to average 5 assists a game, which is good for a guy that's 7 feet tall. Right? Not everyone can be Nikola Jokic averaging a triple-double, as a center. It's not that easy. But, with how quickly Alex has improved over the season, I wouldn't be surprised if his improvement is just, remarkable, over the course of the next couple of years. So I'm super excited to see what he does. I think he's definitely my favorite for Rookie of the Year. And I'm obviously a little biased because I'm a Wizards fan, but that's just how it is. And, but he's earning it. I think it would have been Jared McCain if Jared McCain didn't go down. But, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. But I do think Alex has a very, very bright future ahead of him. I think he has a really long and, prestigious NBA career ahead of him. And I think his mental strength is the thing that I've really taken the biggest glance at is like, okay, he's going to shoot 1 for 11. How does he respond the next night? He's still taking shots, so that's a good thing, right? So, and he's on a team where they're letting him have a little bit more free reign because, we're 6-30 right now. We're clearly not making the playoffs. We're trying to get a good draft pick. I hope we get Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg just dropped 40-some points in a college game. Incredible. Need him on the Wizards. Need him in DC. Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, Igor Demon, they're all looking like great picks too. But, I just think we need Cooper Flagg. It'll just bring a lot more attention to the Washington Wizards too. No one is ever covering the Wizards. You never see people on ESPN talking about the Wizards unless there's a talk about the worst franchises and, the worst teams. That's the last time I saw ESPN mention the Wizards. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you a lot for doing that. Just putting my team down like that. It's a bunch of baloney. But I think a Cooper Flagg in DC with Alex Sarr and Bilal Coulibaly and Bub Carrington and Jordan Poole, that would be a mix. That would be a mix that can certainly make a play-in spot. Might get into the playoffs. Probably not next year, maybe the year after, but I'm looking forward to what the future holds, and I think Alex Sarr is going to be an all-star for the Washington Wizards, in the future. Might be a few years from now, but I think he's going to get there for sure. So I know Trae Young was saying all that stuff on Paul George's podcast all the while back, saying, oh, well, these guys are all going to be role players. They're not going to be all-stars, yada, yada, whatever. No, they're going to be all-stars. Not all of them, but I think some of them are going to be all-stars. I think Risa might be able to be an all-star too. I think Sarr is a safer bet, in my opinion, just because I've seen the level of improvement a lot quicker. And I think he just has, he's taller, he's bigger, he's better defensively. He's just a more well-rounded player than Zachary Risa. But, sometimes the best players don't go number 1 overall. It's just how it goes sometimes, just how it goes. So I want to know what you guys think, though. What do you think about Alex Sarr? Do you think he has the potential to be a future NBA All-Star? I want to know your thoughts. So please leave some comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And without further ado, I'll catch you guys with the next one. Stay safe, stay warm. It's cold here. So hopefully it's warmer wherever you guys are listening. And I'll catch you guys with the next one, man. Take it easy. Peace.